All right, let's see. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. We don't have anything to talk about. I kind of just wanted to like browse around on the blogs and see
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
what's going on. So let's go to Hollywood Unlocked first. I'm really like annoyed with this collar. First of all, I bought this shirt and I don't know why I didn't see the other part of the shirt, because I saw a shirt on somebody online and I was like, "Ooh, I want that shirt." It was a black shirt and it said "Femme" in white, and I wanted that shirt. It was so cute. So I was like, let me go online and see if I can find it. So I found a shirt that says "Femme," but underneath it says "Vibes," and I didn't even realize. That's what happens when you impulse buy. I didn't even realize that it said "Vibes" underneath. And then like when I got it in the mail, I was like, "Vibes?" Like, girl, it did not say "Vibes." And then I had to go to the order and look at it, and I was like, oh, it did say "Vibes." I don't know how I did not see it. So this shirt says "Femme Vibes," but I didn't want it to say "Vibes." I just wanted it to say "Femme," and I got it. It's too big, so I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by that too. So I'm still on the search for a shirt that just says "Femme." This one says "Vibes" on the bottom. Girl, no, absolutely not. "Femme Vibes," no. Okay. So let's see what's going on the blogs. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Okay. We are down here. I need to dye my hair. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know. And let me not say when I'm going to do it, because I may not dye it for 8 months. All right, let's see. Little Mo defends Kanye West, says he never hit rock bottom. That's what we already talked about. Should men be dating if they're broke? That's one conversation. Like, I think I just come to the point where I'm tired of having those. I think especially heterosexual dating, relationship topics. It's because they are circular and it's the same conversation over and over and over again. First of all, should you be dating if you're broke? We all know that in our society, men and women subscribe to the idea that a man needs to have money. He needs to have money. He needs to have resources. You are a man in a patriarchy. You need to have resources, especially if you're running around seeking partnership. Especially, so if you're broke, meaning you are living, I don't know, I don't know what's broke. That's another thing. Like, what's broke? Because if you're broke, you need to be focused on becoming unbroke, okay? Than trying to date and trying to relate to another person. You need to be relating to yourself. You need to be in relationship with your goddamn self if you don't have no money and if you have low self-esteem. And we know that for so many men, their self-esteem is attached to their resources. That's not, I didn't create this world. We know that's how men behave. We know a broke man or a man who doesn't have the means or enough means to keep up with the rest of the crew, he has a bad attitude. He walks different. If we live in a society where a man's self-esteem is attached to his resources, and there's a audacity behind believing that you're suitable for partnership and you're quote unquote broke. Why do you think, oh, because of your personality? No, bitch. We know your self-esteem and the way you feel about yourself is attached to your resources. So if you're in relationship with another person and your resources aren't up to par, you're going to have a bad attitude. You're going to be a naggy little pussy, and nobody wants to deal with that. Don't nobody want to deal with that. So you need to be in relationship with yourself. Period. How dare you think that somebody needs to be in relationship with you or should be in relationship with you and you ain't got your shit together? Girl, go somewhere with that, period. I don't even know why we continue to have these conversations, but they want to see if is there a population of women who will wave their hands in the air and be like, I'll be with a broke man. Girl, he's going to terrorize you, especially if you got the means and he doesn't, and you passing debit cards so he doesn't look like he doesn't have any money, because his self-esteem is attached to his ability to provide resources, and that's what the people have agreed to. So that's a measure of a man, and if you ain't measuring up, you don't need to be in a relationship with nobody, period. That's all I got to say about it. Tired of these damn conversations. Tired of these conversations.
Man, you can't be out here trying to court women, trying to get into different situations. You still broke. Like, cut it out. You got to get yourself situated before you start going and getting women. And I know it's a lot of guys got it backwards, and I'm probably gonna get some backlash for this. But respectfully, you should not be dating if you're broke. You should not be dating if you don't got a decent credit score. How are you supposed to be taking care of women, courting women, and then you trying to go 50-50 on a date? That don't make sense. That don't.
Okay, he said the magic word, and that's where I bow out. 50-50. I don't even want to have that conversation anymore. Shut up. I don't even want to have that conversation. And that's another conversation that I don't want to have anymore. It's like these circular conversations. And when you peel back the layers, it's one, rooted in some biblical text, number one. Number two, and it's a characteristic of a man within a patriarchy. So if you are abiding by patriarchal standards and rules, then these are the expectations that you want to live by. You want to be traditional and all this other stuff. A lot of these men don't have the means and the resources to be traditional. That's the part. That's the main part. And what the majority of women are doing are trying to find and should be looking for, if that's the goal that they want to do, if that's the path they want to take, is looking for somebody who has the same amount of means as you or more. Not anybody with less than you, because there are too many men, unless he has a solid self-esteem and he knows his worth, but too many men are, their personalities, their moods is directly related to how much money they have in their pocket. And if they don't have no money in their pocket, girl, that's not a man you want to deal with in no way, shape, or form, especially if you have more means than him, because he's always going to feel like he's emasculated, because in the society that he lives in, he's accepted that I'm supposed to do this if I'm going to be next to a woman. This is how I need to show up if I'm going to be next to a woman. It's a nightmare being with somebody who is not, I don't want to say who doesn't have what you have or more. It is a nightmare. Trust me. And there's too many women who, because they want to be picked, and this is why, this is how people got caught up in the scam of getting married for love, because it gives a broke nigga access to you, right? Because as long as we love each other, we can work through his empty, lint-filled pockets. No, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. Equal or more. I'm sorry. Because especially if he's like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm the leader and all that other stuff. If you've agreed to that tenet of patriarchy where the man is the leader, no matter what, to the point where I saw that story, I think it was on OWN, where when I knew she loved me, when we went out to dinner with our friends, I hadn't been working, I haven't been working. I've been out of a job for a little while, and she was holding it down. And that happens, right? That's why, and it happens. Okay, period. She was holding it down. But then y'all still accepted a dinner date instead of saying, no, why don't y'all come over and we could cook at the house or whatever. No, you went out. And I knew she loved me. I knew she was down for me. When we went out, She knew I didn't have the money. The check came and she slid me her debit card underneath the damn table, girl. No, absolutely not. So not only are you have the burden, the financial burden, but you also have the emotional burden of not letting other people see that the characteristics that they have assigned to manhood, he can't even uphold them. So you got to slide him a card underneath the table. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. And if you didn't abide by those weird ass rules, it would be okay for your friends to, are they really your friends? Did they not know that he was out of work? Here, I got it, babe. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it tonight. My whole thing is y'all shouldn't have been going out to dinner in the first goddamn place. If you knew you didn't have money and y'all playing this role, y'all playing this this game for the rest of the people. He's the leader. So y'all playing this role in this game and you knew he couldn't step up to the plate. Why did y'all even accept to go out to dinner? And then now you got to stroke his ego. Girl, no brokies. I'm sorry. None. That is a headache. Honey, if you've ever been with a dude who doesn't have as much as you or makes less than you, or you've decided to hold somebody down, when I tell you they got the pissiest attitudes. They got the baddest attitude. What does Cynthia G call them? Angry birds? Yes, they be so mad and just for no reason. No, we know the reason, because their pockets is full of lint. You don't even want to put yourself through that headache. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Girl, I don't even want to read this. Crazy. Okay, let's see these. Let's see. Moneybag Yo opens up about making mistakes in his relationships with Ari Fletcher. Well, I'm sure he probably cheated on her and she accepted it because, boys will be boys and that's what men will be men. That's what they do. They cheat on y'all and you accept them. Ghislane Maxwell reportedly fears retaliation in prison after allegedly snitching on 2 violent inmates. As the saying goes, snitches get stitches, and it looks like Ghislane Maxwell is about to find out. According to the report by New York Post, citing the Daily Mail, Maxwell, who has been in a Florida prison since July 2022, is now being accused of snitching on 2 violent inmates who allegedly tried to extort her. Per the Daily Mail, 2 Cuban women were placed in solitary confinement for 47 days after the 61-year-old reported them to the authorities at her facility for demanding items from her commissary. Girl. The source told the outlet Las Cubanas have a reputation for being tough and mean inside the jail, and they don't let anything slide. They're saying Maxwell needs to pay for the 47. The source added, they will beat her up the first chance they get. Apparently, Maxwell had a $360 commissary limit and 2 inmates wanted her to spend it on them. They allegedly wrote their demands in a note, which was a bad idea as Max took that to the lieutenant's office as evidence of blackmail. As a result, for the alleged crime, the duo reportedly received a punishment of 47 days in a special housing unit. The news site notes that inmates spend 23 hours a day in a tiny cell, are fed through slots in a door. Maxwell's attorney has not yet released a statement to confirm or deny if these allegations are true. However, the source adds that she's currently in fear for her life while in the slammer. Right, should have told on Jeff. That's what Funky doesn't even say. You should have told on Jeffrey Epstein when you had the chance. You wouldn't be in there, bitch. Well, she should have snitched. She was quiet, child by. When she should have snitched, she was quiet. That's what he said. Girl, snitching on everybody, but the higher up, she pimped them little girls too. Ash should have already been beat for what happened to those children. You're a pedo and you got the nerve to be snitching, ma'am. Just be quiet and eat your food before you end up stuffed somewhere. She better do something and get sent to the hole, child. She should have. It's so funny how I read the people's comments. She should have just ate her food and minded her business. Damn, how you a Karen while sitting behind bars? She ain't even in jail. She's on an island trafficking children. But sis, why were you there running your mouth? Just mind your business. That's crazy that y'all have the mentality. It's like, why are you running your mouth when somebody is trying to harm you? Why are you running your mouth? It's like really like we literally live in a victim blaming society. If you're being harassed, okay, you're in jail. It's a different culture, really different rules. But if you're in jail and somebody's messing with you and you go tell the people they're messing with me, there are people in these comments saying you should have just stayed quiet. So I should just let these people mess with me and F with me? Is that what I should do? And just be quiet and mind my business while they take money off my books in commissary? But you couldn't snitch on a predator, right? When you was to snitch, you didn't snitch. We don't care. So she can open her mouth about inmates, but not her own crimes. So much for prison reform. She needs an ass whooping every day for pimping those kids out. Now that I agree with. You need an ass whooping every day. But just the idea that somebody is doing something to you and then you turn around and tell them they should mind their business. Girl, what? That doesn't even make sense to me. Okay, that's enough of Hollywood Unlocked. Let's go to the Jasmine brand. Twitter users react as Cardi B hopping on Lotto's Put It on the Floor. She jumped out the plastic. That was so funny. We'll hear how it sounds. Shannon Sharpe is reportedly leaving Undisputed after 7 years following an increase in conflict with co-host Skip Bayless. Oh, they're breaking up. Sharpe is leaving the show after agreeing to a buyout with Fox Sports. Sharpe has not formally announced his intention to quit the program, but he already started that, like, what does he do? Like, Club Shay Shay or something like that. He has his own show. So maybe that's more I don't imagine that it's more profitable than what he's doing now, but it could be. It has the potential to be. So that's probably why he created that show, so he can hurry up and leave. Girl, what? Lizzo privates her Twitter. We already talked about that. These stories are too much. They're too, like, a lot of these stories are just like, they're too, like, they're like tragic. Chick-fil-A chairman Dan Cathy shines black gospel artist's shoes during church sermon on racism. A resurfaced video of Chick-fil-A's former CEO and current chairman participating in a sermon on racism has resurfaced online. The video was published on a city church YouTube channel 2 years ago. Pastor Louis Giglio was joined by hip-hop gospel musician Lecrae, is that his name? And Chick-fil-A chairman Danny Cathy for a sermon about racial injustice. During the live stream, Cathy says he was moved by the story that involved a white man shining a black man's shoes in an effort to combat racism. The entrepreneur then proceeds to shine Lecrae's shoes as a reminder to put words into action. Let me tell you something. Y'all can support. I have a personal boycott against Chick-fil-A because let me tell you something. I'm sorry, and I know you probably, don't want to hear this. They give to anti-LGBT, organizations. Chick-fil-A. They've been on the hook for that, right? And to me, I know a lot of people don't use this kind of guide just as a measurement, but listen, if they don't like LGBT and they want to contribute to anti-LGBTQ organizations, they don't like black people either. I'm sorry. I always figure, like, if they don't like gay people, they don't like black people. If you like really like that, you just a homophobic, a racist, xenophobic, right? Fat phobic, misogynistic. If you have any of those things, I'm assuming that every other protected group of people, you don't F with them either. So I don't care that he shines somebody's shoes, girl. That's crazy. I don't fool with Chick-fil-A. I don't. Sorry. That's a personal thing. I have like personal boycotts against places. I'm not getting online like you should boycott. such and such because such and such. No, do what you want to do. That's your thing. I have my rules and principles and things, and I don't F with Chick-fil-A. So, talking about a sermon on racism. Listen, like I said, if they don't like the gays, they don't like the blacks. Okay? And that's a theory that is my theory, okay? Kevin Federline threatens legal action against Britney Spears if she doesn't sign off on their kids moving to Hawaii. Kevin Federline looks like a scab. He looks like a scab. Remember, everybody thought he was so fine. He thought that Kevin Federline was so cute. Oh my God, he was so cute. He was so cute. Kevin Federline is giving Britney Spears a deadline before he takes legal action. Britney Spears' ex-husband Kevin Federline has given the singer and her attorney a Friday, June 2nd deadline to sign off on his move to Hawaii with their 2 sons, or he will go to the court for a judge's approval. Federline's lawyer, Mark Vincent Kaplan, told TMZ that he has asked Spears' lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, several times to send a letter stating the pop star is okay with the move, but that it has yet to happen. According to Kaplan, Kevin Federline plans to move on August 1st and has to figure out a place to live in Hawaii. His wife, Victoria Prince, has a job offer at a local university but has yet to accept. Kaplan also said there should be no issue with the 2 boys moving, noting that Federline has 100% legal custody and 100% de facto physical custody of the 17 and 16-year-olds. He added that Britney Spears has not seen her sons in over a year. Can't say I feel sorry for Britney. Remember, she took him from the pregnant black chick? He only wants to move to Hawaii because you get paid child support until the kids are 23. California ends at 18. It would add 5 more years to the older kid and 6 more years to the younger kid. Britney is paying for him, his bum wife, not his bum wife, and their other kids. She should fight tooth and nail. They can wait to move another year. Doesn't Hawaii make you pay support for like 4 years longer than the rest of the country? She hasn't seen her kids in a whole damn year, and the father is raising the sons now. He this and that. Let a woman do the same thing. You wouldn't be acting out so much. Y'all are so damn fake sometimes. Britney is a deadbeat. Well, she's paying her child support. A lot of y'all measure that, the person being a deadbeat, if they pay the child support or not. She don't spend time with her 17 and 16-year-old sons. They probably don't fuck with her. They probably don't like her. I remember seeing a clip of her disciplining one of them in the car. I think he was filming it. One was in the back seat, one was in the front seat. I don't know if she was driving or she was in the passenger seat. But she was cussing one of them out about something. Just being a mom, telling them, not cussing, not using cuss words, but just like fussing at them. And the other one, somebody was in the back recording it. Probably the other son. I just no telling what they done heard about their mother. But at 16 and 17, I know from my understanding in California, at the age of 12, the child can say who they want to stay with. But if it's true that Hawaii pays up, child support up to the age of 23, that's probably why they're moving. That's probably why they're moving. Because Kevin Federline strikes me as the type. Let's move to Hawaii because I ain't gonna do nothing. We just gonna live off your mom. We gonna live off your mom. If you have all that custody, what you asking for? Be careful who you have kids with. Why do all the women in his life have jobs and he doesn't work? Not I have a job, but his wife has a job all the way in Hawaii, right? I guess he wants her to support them all financially as well. Y'all in these comments like y'all know their family dynamic. So let me guess, she'll be the one paying for everything. Call his bluff, Britney. This man has found a loophole to continue to get child support for 5 more years after they turn 18. This is beyond disgusting. In Hawaii, child support ends at 18, but they can continue to the age of 23 if the child is in college. Kevin thinks he's playing chess. Britney needs a good lawyer to flip it and say, you take them big head kids to Hawaii, you get no more money. See how fast he thinks again. I'll be glad when those boys turn 18 and she can finally kick his deadbeat ass to the curb. Right? They're calling her a deadbeat for not dealing with the children and calling him a deadbeat for not working. Everybody's a deadbeat. Everybody's a deadbeat. Kevin Federline literally looks like a deadbeat. Like, he just looks like a dead vegetable. He looks like a deadbeat. Girl. Girl. Shar Jackson. Wasn't that her name? Shar Jackson. She has a couple of kids by Kevin Federline. I wonder if he pays child support. Because doesn't she, how many kids does she have with Kevin Federline? I think 2. Shar Jackson. Isn't that her name? Yeah. She has 2 children with Kevin Federline. I wonder if he pays child support. Corey, how old is she? Oh, she's 20. And Caleb, god damn, I feel old as hell. He's 18. Kevin Federline's children. Here they go right here. With her. Not the, oh, that's an image of Kevin Federline in the corner. But those are his children with her. I wonder if they had to pay, if he had to pay child support. How old is Kevin Federline? 45 years old. What does he do? He's an American dancer, rapper, actor, model, wrestler, and DJ. What does he do now? Musical career, girl. Labels, Federation? Girl. Who's Victoria Prince? Girl, I need to see what she looks like. Yeah, he just wants Britney's money. She's a deadbeat for not spending time with her kids, and he's a deadbeat for not working. Victoria Prince. Oh, she looks like, yeah, she's 40. She looks like, she wears, Von Dutch trucker hats. That's what she gives me. That's what she gives me. She got a job. And so, girl. Oh, okay, let me go to the next story. I spent too much time on Kevin Federline. Former Glee star Amber Riley says, I had to get the fuck up out of there, as she addresses why she ended her engagement. Amber Riley is getting candid about her love life. During a recent interview on XO Nicole, singer-actress Amber Riley opened up about her relationship status and how she was open to finding love again after ending her previous engagement. As previously reported in 2022, Amber Riley called off her engagement with ex-fiancé Deshaun Black. A representative for Amber Riley confirmed the news at the time, noting they asked for privacy at this time. When Amber Riley was on a press tour for her Lifetime movie Single Black Female, she sat down with the Nice and Neat podcast, and she said she was single, all while not wearing her engagement ring. Riley explained that she and Deshaun Black were no longer together. This is gonna bother the hell out of me. See, it needs to be like tighter. It's gonna bother the hell out of me. I am a single black female. I'm a single black female, but I'm not crazy like the one in the movie. Riley added that the breakup was amicable between the pair. She continued, I wish him the best. I don't have anything horrible or bad to say. When Riley initially remained quiet on the matter, she's now opening up and revealing what led to the breakup. She shared, when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was terrible, honey. I had to get the fuck up out of there. She continued, I don't owe anybody a happily ever after. Come on, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. I think a lot of people get like really like wrapped up in the vortex of the fantasy, and they want to like, okay, I'm engaged now. Like that Denia Jackson girl. We're going to talk about her in a second, because I heard that she's charging. Let me tell you something. If you pay that girl any money, you a damn fool. And if you pay her any money, you actually need to use that money and pay for a therapist. If you feel like that woman can help you out of something, no, absolutely not. She's not even in the, no. girl, let me go back. She says, I don't owe anybody a happily ever after. You find happiness and enjoy it and work through it. Now, the former Glee star has seemingly found love again. She's currently happy in a relationship with a new man. She revealed her new relationship on Valentine's Day in a post. I'm becoming better so I can love you the way I love me. You're the best person I know. Happy Love Day, my Valentine. Oh my God, this is so mushy and gross, but I love it. Somebody said, here we go on the slander tour for this black man that she's no longer with. Somebody said, probably not. She had a bad experience. Everyone has them. Better to end the engagement than a divorce. The best to them. Right. I'm just glad she made a clean break. I think we have to move away from the notion that celebrities owe us every morsel of their lives. No, but the fact that you think that you owe somebody every morsel of your life. If you're engaged, like, you don't have to stay engaged. You don't have to give anybody your happily ever after. I love that she said that, because that's what gets y'all wrapped up. It's going to be forever. And I was thinking the other day, how many times when people get married 4 and 5 times, do you say to each person that you standing up with that you're going to do it forever? So each person you're going to do forever with. So you really think that I'm so confused. How many times are you going to be with one person forever? How many times are you going to do that? You're going to waste your life looking for somebody to spend the rest of your life with? Girl, it's crazy. That's just the journey of life, I guess, Find somebody to spend your life with until they get on your nerves, and then send them on their way. Find the next person to spend the rest of your life with until they get on your nerves. Send them on the way. And then you find another person to spend the rest of your life with. I guess. Some people they just move like that. Garcelle Beauvais, she sued for posting paparazzi images of herself online. Photographer claims she's in violation of U.S. copyright laws. I already know this. I already know about this story. This has happened to somebody else before. A photographer takes a picture of you. That's their image of you, and you have to pay. Now, if you're starting to share that image, you need to pay them for the image, right? Because if they're taking pictures so that they can sell them to magazines or whatever like that, and that's how they get paid. They're celebrity photographers. If you were to go to a photographer and they took pictures of you and you liked them and you wanted to use them, you're going to have to pay the photographer. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You took an image that I took of you. Yes, it's of you. You took an image. I took an image of you. And as a celebrity, you're considered a public figure. So I think there's some rules around people being able to take pictures of you, which is kind of messed up. Yes, I get it. But at the end of the day, that is their job. They're celebrity photographers, and you need to pay them for their work and their images. That's why you see now they didn't used to put their credits across the screen. That's why they give them to agencies like Getty and stuff like that, because if the photographer will sell their images to Getty, and then when Getty uses those images and you get the credit in the magazine, then you'll get another check for those images being used, right? So you're getting paid for that. And you're using the picture that I could have gotten money off of, and now people are screenshotting the image that you took from me, so nobody is getting paid. I understand where the photographers are coming from. I do. Completely understand. Right? In the lawsuit, the photographer is reportedly accusing the reality star of using images that he took of her in New York without his authorization or payment to promote her business. He claims that in the suit, he sells images like the ones of Garcelle back in 2020. Third parties collect an income. The photos are, according to him, pictured the TV personality. Reported the photo professional says that he subsequently had the images copyrighted, which requires Garcelle to pay for the photos if she uses them. Right. If I took those pictures of you in a studio, you will have to pay me for those images because I'm making money off of them. If I use your image, sell them to a magazine, I'm copyrighting. These are the images. I own this image. I take them to a photo house. They store the pictures for me. Whenever somebody needs a picture of Garcelle, they put it in a magazine. If it's one of my pictures, I'm getting paid off of that. Now the storage house sends me the image archive. They hold them archived. Getty has an archive. So photographers usually will copyright the images, give them to Getty, for example, and then when Getty uses them, right, then you'll get credit for it and they'll get an additional compensation. Some of those images, depending on what they are and what the story is, they can sell for thousands of dollars. I've seen images, and it's so funny because I was thinking about that. There's a Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman image. I think when they when they announced their divorce, and it sold for like $1 million. Back in the day, photo images I used to work in that industry for a little while, so I understand the photographer's perspective. Photographers go to the different parties, take pictures. Your pictures are being taken of you, and now you're taking those pictures, which those pictures could have been used. This is this person's livelihood. The image, yeah, you're a public figure, so pictures are going to be taken of you, Garcelle. So I get the photographer. I understand the photographer. I get it. I understand. Okay, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.